Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another segment with Ann Timby. This is Ann Authentic. So, I'm taking the psychology program, and it was interesting to know that women have all these hormones that are conflicting estrogen, progesterone, and hormonal imbalance causes all these mood swings. And have you ever seen a woman, you know, one moment she is excited, just, being all that nice and happy, and the next moment she is all pissed for whatever reason she herself cannot even explain. Like, women, we can't explain what is making us angry, what is making us just have a very low mood. We're just not ourselves. And the worst of it is that if your husband says any random word at that time, you feel so irritated. Like, you feel like you just want to finish him. All these hormonal imbalance, and I began to think God calls a man, makes him a husband, and he says, lead this woman, lead your family. How do you lead such a complex being? And I began to think how much men need wisdom. It doesn't matter the capacity of the leadership, because you see King Solomon, when God called him and made him a leader, the first thing he asked is wisdom. And you know the good thing about it is that God said in the book of James, he said, if any man lacks wisdom, let him ask of me. I will give it to that person generously. I think every husband needs it. By the way, this entire video, I just had to record it because if you have watched my previous video, I was talking about the challenges and the compromises having to live with my mother-in-law, and the comments that you guys gave in that video. My head was swelling. You guys are so nice. Why are you both so nice? You're so nice. My head was literally swelling, but at some point I was like, Anne, catch yourself. I think acknowledgement and credit should be given to whom credit is due. And I am very privileged to know a very, very smart young man that God has given me the opportunity to know personally. And that person is no other person than my husband. I need to give him credit in this video. That's why I just had to make it. Because you have no idea how much of a great role he played. Like, when a man leads in wisdom, when a man leads his family well, it makes some compromises easier on the woman's part. If you watched that video, which I believe you should if you have not watched it, you would realize that everything he did, everything he said, I want to do for mama, I want to do for his mother, he had to talk with me. He communicated that with me first. There is no time that he just woke up and executed without communicating it first with me, his wife. And do you know what that did to me? First, I felt important. I believe every woman has to feel important. Not only feel important, we all have things that are important to us. That's why economics talks about scale of preference. You have a whole list of things that are important to you. But we want to feel not only important, we want to feel prioritized. In the list of importance, where do I fall? Am I at the bottom? So communicating that with me, the things he wanted to do for his mom with me first, made me feel prioritized. Mama is important, but hey, wife, you two are important. I didn't only feel prioritized. It made me know we are in this together. Your opinion matters. Because when he talks to me, this is the problem, this is something I'm thinking I should do, but what do you think? It makes me know my opinion counts. And this is psychology. I don't even know if he always thinks about this when he's bringing these things to me. It's psychology, because you are making the woman know that, hey, we are in this together. And immediately, as the wife, I am now feeling like I have to be part of the solution. So duty calls. I have unconsciously been tuned to be part of the solution. So we are handling it together. That's why it was easier for me to say, hey, go ahead and do it. If that's it, go ahead and do it. I just wanted to make this video and point it out. If you watched my comeback video, I talked about how these videos that I was making transformed me. Sitting here today, I don't believe my husband have ever heard me say these things. Like, I have never had this conversation with him. But the more I thought about it, the more I saw virtue in all the things he was doing, like in the way he communicated with me. And now I'm pointing it out. I have the chance to tell him that I see you. I see the way you lead. I see the way you act as a husband. And I appreciate you. So these videos are also blessing me, making me a better wife. So I just want to bless God for that. I know it has nothing to do with this video, but I just had to add it here. You might be watching me and saying, hey, I do communicate with my wife. Before I execute anything, I communicate with her, but her default answer is always no. She's always, like, when it concerns my family, when I want to do something for my mom or for my sibling or for my father, whatever the case, her default response is no, like she's always negative. So you might be watching me as a man and that is your concern. I want to answer it by just giving you my perspective, and I hope that if you are watching me and you're a wife, this perspective of mine, I hope it blesses you somehow. When I look at what my husband is doing, communicating his plans with me first, you know how I see it? I see it as a privilege and not a right. This is an adult who has just decided to do the right thing by his wife. Most of them will not even do that. I don't have to see it as a right. Do you know, when I was thinking about this video, it just dawned on me how gratitude is important in life. Like, it plays a role in every aspect of life, gratitude. Because each time we see things as rights, we turn to abuse it. I'm grateful. I appreciate the fact that you're communicating with me. It changes your entire perspective, and it changes even the way you respond to it. So that is the way I see it. And because I see it that way, by God's grace, it's easier for me to just make those compromises. And do you even know that a good man, if he wants to do anything to his family, a good son will still go ahead and do it. And you, the wife, will be the one to be hurt. So in a nutshell, all I'm saying is that my perspective and the way I see things and how I'm praying to God to help me as a wife is just to appreciate the gestures of my husband, appreciate the fact that he communicates with me. It's not every man who does that. And also just me looking for ways to show my support, to tell him that your problem is my problem. Your joy is my joy. We are in this together. We are in this together. It is so dear to me. That is why it's so easy for me to say, it might not be comfortable, but if this needs to be done, if it's a situation that we need to handle, let's handle it. So when y'all see me doing all those compromises, it's because he makes it easier for me to do that. And I believe every man has to get his wife to that space where, she just knows she's also prioritized among all the other important people in your lives. And I want to applaud you if you are a husband who is doing that. That is brilliant. That you have spared yourself from a whole lot of problems. Because we women, we read things, we even misinterpret, and we escalate it. If you are doing that, you have saved yourself from a whole lot of problems. And that is just so awesome of you. I just wanted to commend you on that. That's it. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? If you're not following me on Facebook and Authentic, what are you waiting for? Please follow me. Please subscribe to my channel. And God bless you. Thank you for watching. Shalom.